This is a Harley Davidson Street Glide. This is actually my brother's bike. He approached me and asked me if there was anything I can do with his inner fairing. It's all faded from the sun. So I told him, I said I could probably take this off, sand it all down, and to keep costs down, we could paint it a flat black. He wants me to do the fairing and the lower fairing or the console. Also, the handlebars, he likes the mini apes, but now that he's getting older, they're starting to hurt his arms. So we're gonna actually go back to the stock handlebars. I'm gonna try to keep all the controls, because these are all chrome controls that he added onto the bike. So we're gonna try to keep all these with the stock handlebars. He also wants to add spotlights in the front, probably hook them up to the bar. He bought a air horn, wants to change the spark plugs out. He wants me to add a phone mount to the bars. We got the adapters to go from a 5 1/4 to a 6.5 inch speaker. He wants me to do that for him. He wants to put some baffles on the speakers. He ended up going with JBL speakers for the upgrade. We'll see how that works out. He bought some aftermarket highway pegs. He also bought a backrest. We're going to be installing that at some point. And of course, this is the original stock handlebar with all the stock controls and stuff in here. And these are the spotlights he got. They're all aftermarket stuff. And I'm going to try to hook it all up for him. So I'm going to have to probably do a lot of wiring to get this aftermarket stuff hooked up properly. We'll see how it goes. This is not going to be an easy job. If you watch some of my videos and the work I did on my bike, you know there's a lot to take it off this inner fairing. Everything has to come out. The gauges, the radio, the switch, everything. So today what I want to accomplish is get the outer fairing off, get this whole thing off, and get all the gauges and stuff off of the inner fairing so it's ready just to come out. Just to show you, you can see here the lower fairing, it's a little beat up, so it could use a good sanding and a coat of paint. But the worst part is the inner fairing where the gauges and stuff go. You can see that it's totally beat up by the sun. And that's what happens to these things after a while. The sun just beats them up, you know. So that's what we're going to do. The game plan at some point is to sand this all down by hand, get it nice and smooth. Now the stuff we're going to be using, because he's low on cash, so I'm doing the best I can to help him out. I told him to pick up some plastic paint, and he ended up picking up this VHT high temp plastic paint. I think this stuff's going to work just fine on there. It is a flat black, so we'll see how it turns out. All right, you all, that's all I got for today. Any questions or comments, you know what to do. Put them down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Ride safe. Keep that rubber on the road.